During my grandfather's will reading, the lawyer asked which one of us was the real grandson. I thought he was joking at first, the kind of dark lawyer humor you see in movies. But Mr. Peterson's face was completely serious as he looked between me and my cousin Tyler across the mahogany table. I'm sorry, what? I asked. Mr. Peterson adjusted his glasses and glanced down at the document in front of him. Your grandfather left very specific instructions. Before I can proceed with the reading, I need to verify which of you is biologically related to him. Tyler laughed nervously. We both are. I'm his grandson through his daughter. Ben is his grandson through his son. I understand that's what you both believe, Mr. Peterson said carefully. However, your grandfather discovered something 6 months before he passed that complicated matters. My stomach dropped. 6 months ago was right around the time Grandpa started acting weird around family gatherings. He'd stare at Tyler and me like he was trying to solve a puzzle. I thought it was the dementia the doctors warned us about. What are you saying? Tyler's voice had an edge to it now. Mr. Peterson pulled out 2 envelopes. Your grandfather commissioned private DNA tests. He submitted samples from both of you without your knowledge. That's illegal, I said. It's ethically questionable, Mr. Peterson corrected, but not illegal if done correctly. He collected DNA from items you both touched during a family barbecue. Coffee cups, utensils, then he had them analyzed. Tyler stood up. This is insane. My mother is his daughter. There's no question about my lineage. Please sit down, Tyler. Mr. Peterson's tone left no room for argument. The results showed that one of you shares no biological connection to your grandfather whatsoever. The room went silent except for the hum of the air conditioning. I looked at Tyler. Tyler looked at me. We'd grown up together. Spent every summer at Grandpa's lake house. Learned to fish off his dock. This had to be a mistake. Which one? I asked. Your grandfather didn't tell me. He said the truth would reveal itself during this meeting. Mr. Peterson folded his hands. He left instructions that I should present both of you with information that only his real grandson would know. He slid 2 pieces of paper across the table, one to each of us. These are questions only someone who truly spent significant time with your grandfather would be able to answer. Specific memories, private conversations, things that couldn't be faked or researched. My hands were shaking as I picked up the paper. The first question hit me like a punch to the gut. What did Grandpa keep hidden in the tackle box with the broken latch? I knew this one immediately. When I was 7, Grandpa showed me the old tackle box he kept in the boathouse. The latch was broken, so you had to wiggle it a certain way to open it. Inside wasn't fishing gear. It was letters. Love letters from Grandma before they got married, written during World War II when he was overseas. He told me he read them whenever he missed her, even after she died. Made me promise never to tell anyone because he didn't want people thinking he was sentimental. I glanced at Tyler. His face had gone white. What was the real reason Grandpa sold the Chevrolet? Another memory surfaced. I was 14. Grandpa had this gorgeous 1967 Chevrolet Impala he'd owned since it was new. One day it was just gone. When I asked, he said he got tired of maintaining it. But late one night during a camping trip, he told me the truth. He'd sold it to pay for my dad's rehab when dad's drinking got bad. The family didn't know dad had relapsed, and Grandpa wanted to keep it that way. He said a car was just metal and rubber, but his son's life was worth everything. I wrote down both answers with shaking hands. Across from me, Tyler was frozen, staring at his paper like the words might rearrange themselves into something he recognized. I can't answer these, Tyler said quietly. Why not? Mr. Peterson asked. Because these aren't things my grandfather would have told me. These are things he would have told Ben. His voice cracked. We had a different relationship. I didn't spend summers at the lake house. I visited for holidays, family events. We weren't close like that. Tyler, I started. No, he cut me off. I need to know. Is this about me not being his biological grandson, or about me not being his grandson in the ways that actually mattered? Mr. Peterson's expression softened. Your grandfather's instructions included a letter for each of you. Perhaps this will provide clarity. He handed Tyler an envelope. Tyler opened it with trembling fingers and read silently. I watched tears start streaming down his face. What does it say? I asked. Tyler's voice was barely a whisper. It says Mom had an affair. He found out after doing genealogy research online. I'm not biologically his grandson. He looked up at me. But he says biology doesn't define family. The test wasn't to disinherit me. It was to make sure I understood that he chose me anyway. That he always chose me, even knowing the truth. Mr. Peterson nodded. Your grandfather's will splits everything equally between you both. The DNA test and this entire proceeding was his way of telling you, Tyler, that blood doesn't matter. You were his grandson because he decided you were, and nothing about that truth changes how he felt. Tyler was sobbing now, clutching the letter. He could have just told me. He was a stubborn old man, Mr. Peterson said gently, but he wanted you to hear it in a way you'd never forget or question. I got up and walked around the table, pulling Tyler into a hug while he cried into my shoulder. Grandpa's final lesson. Family isn't about DNA. It's about who shows up, who stays, and who you choose to love. Even if his teaching methods were absolutely unhinged,